All right, good morning, class. Today we're going to continue our adventures of geometry. Who here is excited? I know I am. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So today I'm actually in the classroom for the very first time. Isn't that great? So I'm still getting used to using this board here. Oh, hopefully it's not too confusing, but okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and start talking about our lecture for the day. Okay. Johnny, you say you're not excited? Oh, you're so silly. Uh, Kelly, good morning. And no, you guys are such silly mooses. You guys are excited to do geometry. I know you are. Okay. If at any point you guys cannot hear me, please let me know. Okay. Talk into your microphone and let me know. Because again, this is my first time in the classroom and I'm wearing a face mask, so I do not know. In the past, I have not worn my face mask. I'm at my house. So if that starts to go blurry, please shout into the microphone, Mr. Maya, we can't hear you. We're not learning, okay? All right. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to talk about, here we go. We're going to talk about ratios. So let's start off with that. So what is a ratio? Well, a ratio is a comparison oops. It's a comparison of two or more quantities. Okay? Okay? And there are ways to represent a ratio. You can say, and these will be numbers, so you can say A to B. You can say A over B, or you can say A colon B. Okay? I prefer the last one, A colon B. Although when you say it, I always say A to B, so that's the first one. Okay? And ratios can be simplified. Oops, hang on a second. Oh no, I'm still in the eraser. What? No. I was able to write with the pen and now it's not letting me. Why did this happen to me? Hang on. All right, class. Well, the pen's not. Now I'm going to have to write with my fingers. Simplified. Ratios can be simplified. Excuse me, I'm going to cry for a second. It's my finger doesn't slide on the board, so it's kind of like it creates friction, and that's sometimes why it's hard to write. All right. So ratios can be simplified. Alrighty, guys. If my writing starts to look ugly, I apologize, but that's because the pen for some reason decided it didn't want to work anymore. But ratios can be simplified, okay? So have you guys ever talked about ratios? I don't know, maybe you guys like, I don't know, you guys like cooking. So anybody here like cooking? I'm sure a lot of you guys like cooking, and maybe you guys have made cookies. Maybe you guys have made, I don't know, what's another type of cooking where you're having, well, all cooking has ingredients. I was gonna say, where do you have ingredients? Well, everywhere. But I think cookies works best. So sometimes you have, and I've never made cookies. I usually just buy mine. But let's say maybe you guys can tell me a ratio that there's in cookies. I did say I'm gonna cry for a second, but I got over it. Yeah. But who are your cooks? Anybody here like to cook? Has anybody here ever made cookies? Okay. I got some people saying yes. Okay, so in the microphone. So go ahead, talk into the microphone. So what's a ratio that you guys might have? So for example, I don't know if this is correct, but do you have maybe like one tables or one? Because I know that when you make cookies, sometimes you still add salt. So don't you add 1 tablespoon or 1 teaspoon of salt for like every 2 of sugar or something like that? Is that correct? So when you're cooking, you would say, okay, a ratio 1 teaspoon of salt for every 3 teaspoons of sugar. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know if that's a correct ratio because I've never made cookies. Again, I buy my own. But you guys could also say, in a car, you also have ratios in a car. You have uh, 4 wheels for every 1 engine. Or for every 1 motor, you have 5 wheels. Excuse me, 4 wheels. For every
that's
cup,
a great one.
for every 1 cup of rice, you use 2 cups of water. Okay, very good. By the way, I'm gonna have to write this stuff down because I don't know how to make rice. All right, so
She's right.
so those are the ratios. So right here, let's look at these examples that we have. A music store has 40 trumpets, 39 clarinets, 24 violins, 51 flutes, and 16 trombones in stock. Write each ratio in simplest form. Now let's remember, because they said it can be simplified. So we're going to ask how many trumpets to violins. Let's see if my pen works again. Hopefully it does. If not, I'm going to cry again. Okay. Trumpets to violins. You got 40. It says 40 trumpets. So in my opinion. So 40. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. Why? It was working. It's when I did this, I think, that made it stop. Let me see. Yeah, no. Okay. It's gone. So 40 trumpets. So write that first. So 40. And then what is it to violins? So how many violins does it say we have? 24. So 40 to 24. But this can be simplified. So what can we simplify this? Now, remember how I told you guys about, no, it wasn't you guys, it was a different period. It was Algebra 1 that I told. Do you guys have do you guys have a scientific calculator? If you guys struggle with this, you guys can write it in fraction form. You guys could, for example, you wouldn't write 40 over 24. You would write 24 over 40, and it'll give you 3 to 5. But then you flip it over, so it's 5 to 3. Okay? So if you divide both numbers, 40 and 24, divided by 8, it gives you, let's use red pen. It gives you 5 to 3. Okay? And that's the simplest form you can leave it at. Always remember, if you guys have if you guys have 2 even numbers, you can simplify it. Just divide them by 2. I mean, that means that you can at least divide it by 2. Okay, but this is its simplest form, 5 to 3, because we divided both numbers by 8. Now let's talk about the second one, flutes to clarinets. All right, so flutes to clarinets, let's see. Where are my flutes? Where does it say? Okay, it says 51 flutes. And to clarinets, how many clarinets do we have? 39. All right. Can we simplify that? We can. 39, 51, it gives me 13, 17, but we flip it over, it's 17 to 13. 17 to 13. And if you guys wrote it as 17 to 13, that's correct. That's still correct. Or if you wrote it as 17, 13, Those are all correct. Okay. But I just prefer to write it as like, when I say it, when I talk, when I'm talking, like words coming out of my mouth, I say 17 to 13. But when I write it like this. Okay. Let me go ahead and erase this stuff.
Can you explain how you got 17 and 13?
Give me a second. Say, could you repeat that for me, please?
Oh, never mind. I got it from the chat.
Okay. So you're good? Okay. So now I want you guys to try numbers 3 and 4. These say that I should do them, but I don't want to deprive you guys of the fun. So I want you guys to try numbers 3 and 4, okay? So be ready to do that one. And will I will call on random students. Okay. Miss McKnight, could you draw 2 students from the random selector for me, please? Okay, let's see who are the lucky students are gonna get to do this. We're gonna get to work.
Blaze
Blaze.
and Kristen.
Is it BETA? That's in court?
No. Kristen.
Then that is. Oh, then, okay. Sorry.
Let me get you some. Hannah.
Okay.
So change Blaze. That'll be Hannah.
It's Arias, right? No. Excuse me. Ramirez. All right. So Kristen, you're doing 4. Hannah, you're doing 3. Okay. I forgot to ask, unless anyone wants to volunteer to do them. Would anyone like to bail out these students? I mean, would anyone like to deprive these 2 students of the fun? Because this is not, it's not a chore. You guys are having a blast doing this. Valeria, if you want to do number 3, all right. Hannah, Nicole's so mean. She's not letting me. She's like, nope, I'm doing that one. Okay. I was gonna write Nikon with a C. I was thinking of cameras. But that's with a K. All right. All right. Let me know when you guys are done. Can you guys hear me fine? I have the feeling that I'm very blurry in my sound or muffled. You guys still hear me good?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, good. Thank you. And actually, I'm gonna box the answers. Or should I wrestle the answers? Oops. Ah. What did I do? Red. So, let's see. Okay, Nicole, did you get number 3?
Yes, I did.
All right. Fun. Let's see, my red.
So I got 16 to 40, and it's simplified to 2 to 5.
16 to what?
To 40.
40? Okay.
And it's simplified to 2 to 5.
Can you say it again? Say it one more time, please.
It's simplified to 2 to 5.
2 to 5. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. 2, 5. Okay. Let's see if that is correct. Let me write this a little smaller so I can box the answer later. Okay. 2 to 5. Well, yeah. Divide both sides by 8. So 16 divided by 8 gives us 2. 40 divided by 8 gives us 5. So let's see. Red pen. Here we go. All right. Yes, very good, by the way. Yes, that is correct. All right, everyone. Let's give a round of applause to Ms. Rodriguez. Woo! All right. And Linares, did you get number 4? Would someone like to steal this one from from Kristen? Number 4. Anyone want to steal number 4? You can try? All right, let's go ahead and give it a shot.
So at first I got 24 to 170, and then
Could you say it a little louder? We got the air conditioner here and it's kind of loud.
at first I got 24 to 170,
20.
and then
Give me a second. Okay. Okay. 24 to 170.
correct.
Okay.
And then I simplified it and got 12 to 85.
$12 to 85. Let's see. Yeah, divided by 2. Correct. Yeah, you can't simplify it. You can't simplify it any more than that. Let's see. Okay. 170. Yeah, very good. All right. Well, let me box the answer. Let's keep consistency. Actually, let me. Back to 24 to 170. And then you simplified it to 12 to 85. Okay. Give me a second. Red pen, and my red pen. Yes. 12 to 85. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the next portion. Now let me box the answer. Oh, did I go up too much? Okay. So now let's talk about extended ratios. All right. You ready for extended ratios? Well, what could that mean? Okay. So extended ratios or a comparison. Oh, let's see, comparison of 3 or more quantities. All right. So extended ratios are written as A to B to C. All right. So for example, can you guys tell me where you guys have extended ratios? Well, you have them in cooking as well. So just how you remember how you're like, oh, you do uh, 1 teaspoon of salt to 3 for every 3 teaspoons of sugar, and you could also say one for every 3 teaspoons or for every 4 teaspoons, or for every 2 teaspoons of, I don't know what other ingredient could you put in what's it called, in a cookie. Let's say that's like a powder. Baking soda. I don't know. Do you guys put baking soda in cookies? Okay, yeah. Ms. McKnight says yes. See, we're all learning. You guys are learning ratios. I'm learning how to make desserts. So it's a win-win. So yeah, you would say, all right, you have 1 teaspoon of salt for every 2 teaspoons of baking soda for every 3 teaspoons of sugar. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know if those are correct, but I don't know how good my cookies are going to come out, but that would be an extended ratio. Has anybody here done know anything where you can give me another form of an extended ratio? Remember how I said a car for every 1 engine? Assuming most cars have 1 engine. So you have, for 1 engine, you have four wheels. Unless you have a bigger vehicle, but let's just talk about Class C vehicles. For every 1 engine, you have 4 tires. Or for every 1 steering wheel, you have 4 wheels. So can you
Yes, Johnny.
every first down is 10 yards. For every first down, you get 10 yards. You get, yeah. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking at the classroom to see if there's anything. For every group, for every one group, there are 4 students, because I'm looking at the way that the tables have been arranged. So you have groups, you have tables, like a table like together put 4. They each sit 4 students. So for each group or for each table, there are 4 students. For each chair, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 wheels. Each of these little chairs have 5 wheels on them, on the feet of them. Okay? So, let's see, let's go ahead. Those are ratios, but extended ratios, like I said, for every 1 teaspoon of salt, you have 2 teaspoons of 2 teaspoons of sugar and 3 teaspoons of baking powder or baking soda, whatever. So, let's go back to this one right here. Okay, so extended ratios. Here they ask us, the ratio of 2 complementary angles is 3 to 7. Find the measure of both angles. Oh, fun. So that means you're going to do this. 3x plus 7x, because that's our ratio. 3 to 7. And so 3x plus 7x equals 180. Do you concur? Is this correct? Prior knowledge. Prior knowledge. So is this correct? Did I say it correctly? Christopher, you say yes. Christopher, you're making me cry. Somebody say no. And someone tell me why. No, that's not why. That's not, no. The ratio of two complementary angles is 3 to 7. Find the measure of both angles. What kind of angles are these? Yes, 90. Not 180. This does not say supplementary. This says complementary. I do this because I want to make sure you guys are listening. And also to teach you guys to read carefully. 90, they're complementary. They add up to 90 degrees, not 180. Supplementary added to 180. So we got 3x plus 7x equals 90. Well, these are kind of here. They're red? No. Okay, now I'm ready. Okay. So 3x plus 7x equals 90. Well, let's combine like terms. 3x plus 7x. Well, that gives me 10x equals 90. What do we do then? Well, let's divide both sides by 10. So now that just leaves us with, right here we got x equals, and what's 9 divided by 10? X equals 9. Oh, now it asks us to find the measure of both angles. Okay, well, our angles measured, and let me go ahead and let's use blue. I haven't used blue in a long time. Our angles measures 3x and 7x, and our x is 9, so our angles measure 97 degrees and 63 degrees. Okay. Let's see, did I have a over here to spare? Not really. Okay. Now let's try number 6. Let's start off with red. The ratio of two supplementary angles is 4 to 1. Find the measure of both angles. So that would mean 4x plus 1x, or just x, equals, what number is it going to be here? Well, if they're supplementary, then they're 180. So this time we do say 180. So now what do we do? Well, let's combine like terms. 4x plus x. I'm green? Yes, I'm green. 4x plus x. Well, that's 5x. And this equals 180. 5x equals 180. Well, now what do we do? Well, divide both sides by 5. Cancels out. So now we got x equals, and 180 divided by 5. Let me write this a little lower because it's gonna. X equals 180 divided by 5 is 36. All right. And now that we got this, we can go ahead and let's use blue again. We can go ahead and put that 36 into that 4x and x. So 4 times 36. I'm already a little lower. So 4 times 36, and then 1 times 36. So this one's going to be just 36 degrees. And 4 times 36 is, I forget. $144. I mean, 144 degrees. Those are the measurements of our angles. And, well, check it out. 144 plus 36, that gives us 180. And over here, I forgot to mention, 27 plus 63. Well, type that into your calculator. Gives you 90. This over here gives you 180. All right. So now I want you guys to do number 7 and 8 on your own. I don't think I need to model that one for you. So let's see. Who am I going to pick on? Who wants to do number 7 and 8? Actually, for this, so for 7 and 8, Hannah, I'm going to have you do number 7. And for number 8, who's going to do number 8? Now, those of you that already went, that answered, would any of you guys like to pick someone? Or shall I use the random selector? So 7 is going to be Hannah. Okay. For random selector, let's see whose name gets drawn.
Isa
Aragon.
and Benji.
So Aragon, you're going to do number 8. And Hannah, you're doing number 7. So look at the ones I modeled for you guys, and then you guys can do the other ones. It's pretty much the same thing. All right. While you guys are working on that, I'm going to think about the cookies that I'm going to be making later today. I just need a guinea pig to. Who's going to be my guinea pig? Who's going to try them? Maybe my brother. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys 2 more minutes, and then I'll go ahead and be like, all right, time to show off your answers. Ugh. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Can you guys read my writing? Is it good? Okay, just want to make sure. Along with Esteban Picasso? Well, Picasso didn't really draw proportional, if you understand, you know what I'm saying. So to me, it sounds like you're saying my writing is ugly. So you're making me cry again. Have you guys seen Picasso's drawings? I don't know, you guys. He didn't really draw accurately, if you know what I'm saying. So, yeah. But I assume that you meant it as a compliment, right, Christopher? Oh, I see. Okay, maybe not. All right. So number 7, Ms. Ramirez.
I'm not quite understanding the problem. It's like the ones that we did on the top, so I'm not sure what to do.
Okay, so let's walk you through. The best way to learn is by practicing. So it's kind of like when you learn to swim, you know, you throw someone in the water. Don't do that. Suddenly you're not allowed at Hurricane Harbor anymore. Like, oh, you're endangering these children. All right. So let's see, number 7. Let's start off with this one. I started off with green. Let's start off with green as well. Now let's start off with red. All right. So the ratio of the measures of the angles in a triangle is 4 to 7 to 9. Find the measures of the angles, okay? So what can we do? So let's see. So you have 4 to 7 to 9. So you're going to do, all right, 4x plus 7x plus 9x, okay? And all that equals, well, read the problem. What does it say? The ratio? It says the ratio of the measures of the angles in a triangle is 4 to 7 to 9. Find the measures of the angles. So what is this going to equal to? Remember? You remember.
Can it be 180?
What's that?
Can it be 180?
Can it be 180? It has to be 180. It has to be 180. Yeah, if it's a triangle, it has to be 180. Yes. So now what? Well, we can simplify this. No? So what do we do now? So 4x plus 7x plus 9x equals 180.
We add all the x's together.
So what do you get?
$20.
Say it with confidence.
20.
20, very good. Yeah, 4x plus 7x, that's 11x plus 9x, 20x. So 20x. equals 180. Now what?
We divide 20 by 180. And I got 9.
Like that?
No, 20, like 20 divided by 20 and then 180 divided by 20.
Okay. Very good. So then we got
9.
X 9. Okay. Very good. Are you done?
I think so, because it's not asking for both angles or.
Read the problem. What does it say? Find the measures of the angles.
Okay,
So you're almost there. You did the last part. I mean you just missed the last part. The
so
last part.
I had to multiply like 4 times 9 and 7 times 9.
Yeah. So you put 4, 4, and then 4, and then right here you would put. Well, what is your X? 9. Okay. So 9, 9, 9. We're speaking German today. Okay. 4 times 9?
36. Draw 36. Oh, wait, no. Never mind.
4 times 9 is 36, yes. Wait, hold on a second. I just did something wrong.
Yeah.
I put 4 times 9 for every. I'm not even research. I put 4 times 9 for everything. Yeah, let me write this again because the erase. Sorry. 4 times 9, 7, and then 9 times 9. I was just making sure you guys were, paying attention.
Okay.
And you were. All right. So what's 7 times 9?
63.
And 9 times 9?
81.
81 degrees. So these are the measures. Oops. I'm going to box it in orange because it's the opposite of blue. So these are the measurements of our angles. All right. And number 8. I forgot how I called for number 8. All right. Do you think you got it, Hannah? This one? Do you think that did this help?
Yeah, it helped. Thank you.
Okay. Let me know if there's any confusion later down the road. Okay. Oh, I forgot who I picked for number 8. Aragon. Are you there, Miss Aragon? Okay. In that case, the other person who got called on instead was. Or does anyone want to do number 8? So there was another person who got called, but does anyone want to do number 8 before I call on this other person? Anybody? No?
Can I try?
Yes, Miss Leitner, go ahead.
So 11x plus 2x plus 5x equals 180.
So 11x plus 2x plus what?
5 equals 180. 5x, my bad. 5x equals 180.
All right. All right, now what did you do? So what's your next step?
You add all of the x's together, and then you get 18,
Plus 18. Okay.
and then you divide that. You divide the no, 180 divided by 18, and then you get x equals 10.
I get this. Let me get. Okay.
And then you do 11 times 10, and then 2 times 10, and then 5 times 10 to get the angles.
11 times 10. 2 times 10.
110.
Oh, this is 100. Okay, 110 degrees.
And then 20, and then 50.
Oh, 5.
That's it.
See what I'm doing right here?
Yep.
So what's the measure of the largest angle?
110.
Yes, 110. Yeah. Good job. Yeah. Careful. Make sure you guys, again, read the instructions carefully because this one, because on the prior one, it's like find the measure of each angle. But this one's just find the measure of the largest one. So this is all correct. I mean, yeah, if they would have asked you all of each angle, then yeah, you have 110, 20, and 50. But this time they want just the largest one, so yeah, 110. All right, very good. Very good job. Right there. Now let's go ahead and move on to the next part. Da, 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 da. So I started in green. Yes, green. All right. Oh no, there's two more examples that you have here. The ratio of the measure of the sides. The ratio of the measure of the sides of a triangle is 289. If the perimeter is 76 inches, find the length of each side. Okay. So here's the thing. The perimeter is 76 inches, and remember, perimeter is when you add the sides of add the side lengths of it. So here you're gonna put, be pretty similar. So 2x plus 8x plus 9x equals 76. Okay. So now we do that. Well, we know that if we do that, we got 2 plus 8 plus 9. 2x plus 8x plus 9x is 19x. So 19x equals 76. Oh, we'll divide both sides by 19. And we got so these cancel out. X equals 76 divided by 19 is 4. Okay. But they want the side lengths of each. So let's go ahead and do green. 2 times 4. 8 times 4. And 9 times 4. This equals 8 inches, because there's inches. 32 inches. 36 inches. 30. This is 40, 76. All right. if they give you guys units and they're asking you for something, make sure you put the units, okay? Because in the future you might encounter those situations where like, oh, you didn't put units, so they dock you points. So make a habit of that, okay? Include units. So find the length of each side. 8 inches, 32 inches, 36 inches. Okay. So now let's go ahead and do does it say each side? Yeah, it says each side, not the longest. Okay. So now number 10. Who wants to do number 10? Washington. Can you do number 10 for us? Do you want to do number 10 for the class, please, for us? You want to do number 10, Ms. Washington? Actually. In other words, do you want to show off your math skills? Yeah, there you go. So 10. Or anyone else want to do number 10?
I'll try.
Okay, go ahead.
So I did 10x plus 15x plus 6x equals 217.
Okay.
Then I added like terms and got 31x equals 217. And then I divided by 31.
Okay. And what did you get? X equals what?
7.
All right.
And then because it said find the length of the shortest side, I did 6 parentheses 7 equals 42 meters.
So 42. So 42 meters. All right. Good job.
Mhm.
Round of applause. Round of applause. Okay. Hey, that you scream and cheer for me. Okay, never mind. You guys don't even hear me listening to Lady Gaga. All right. So now let's talk about proportions. There you go for this. All right. No, it's not inches. Oh, no, never mind. That's for a different question. Never mind. Okay. Now you got proportions. A proportion. Well, what is a proportion? Well, it's an equation. It's an equation that states two ratios are equal, okay? So a proportion is written as A over B is equal to C over D. Let me write that again. The D looks ugly. That letter D looks ugly. Okay. A to B, C to D are equal, okay? So let's go ahead and say we have the cross product property for any proportions. Let's use red pen for this. Not orange. Okay. So it says that orange, whatever, A times D is equal to B times C. All right. Whoops, too much. All right. So now let's do these ones, okay? So if A to D is easy, or if A times D is equal to B times C, they're cross multiplying. So let's go ahead and do this one right here. 4 times if 4 over x is equal to 2 over 7, or 4 to x is equal to 2 to 7, well, we're going to multiply this. We're going to multiply, oh, that was supposed to be green. So that gives you 4 times 7 is equal to 2x. Well, 4 times 7 is 28. 28 equals 2x. Then you divide both sides by 2. Well, this gives you 14 equals x. Okay? I'm going to erase this up here just for some clarity. All right, now let's do number 12. No, I don't think I need to do number 12. You guys can do number 12. So who would like to do number 12? Any volunteers? Let's see how many problems we have here.
Can I try?
What's that? Yeah, go
I
ahead.
said, can I? Wait,
Yeah,
which one are we doing?
Number 12. Yeah. You guys, so you're not gonna have to do all of these for the notes. We're only gonna do a few of them. You guys have an assignment that I put up on Google Classroom. But if you guys want to do, we're only gonna do probably up to 14. But if you guys want to do 15, 16, and so forth for extra practice on your own, that's perfectly fine. Okay. All right. You want to do 12? Go ahead. What's up?
So 19 times 12 equals 10x.
Okay.
And then 228 equals 10x.
Okay.
And then you divide both sides by 10. And then, wait, are we supposed to get decimals?
You can.
Oh,
And this one,
okay.
Yeah.
I got 22.8 for x.
Oops. Oh, I put equals 4. Excuse me.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but
Yeah. No.
is that right?
22.8.
Yeah.
Yes, it's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So let me just check to see. Is 19? Let me multiply 19 times 12. Yeah. Yeah, it's 228. So yeah. And you guys, and just so you guys can remember, whenever you divide a number by 10, right here we have the decimal, but in reality, also to get the number, you just move it one spot to the left. Okay? That's how you guys, when you guys divide by 10, just move the decimal one spot to the left. If you divide by 100, move it 2 spots to the left. If you multiply by 10, you move it 1 to the right. If you multiply by 100, you move it 2 to the right. Okay? Do you guys want to try, let's try number 13, okay? Just so that'll be the last one we do. You guys can go ahead and work on your, what do you call it, on your big ideas. No, excuse me, it's not big ideas. It's a PDF. Read the instructions, okay? On that PDF, you guys have a total of 12 problems, but you guys are only doing 10 of them. On the first 6, I want you to do 5 of them. And on the second 6, do 5 as well. Don't do 4 and 6 or 6 and 4. Do 5 and 5. Because the first ones are of a certain concept. So I want you to do 5 of each concept. All right, who wants to do number 13? Shall I use the random selector, or would you like to, call on somebody? Oh, by the way, round of applause for number 12. Round of applause. Woo! Do you want to pick on someone, or shall I use the random selector for number 13? Okay, random selector it is, and
We'll go with that last one I did. I think Benji was the last one I pulled.
Benjamin, you're gonna do number 13 for us. You're gonna show off your math skills.
Go Benji.
Okay, while you do that one, I'm gonna go back to daydreaming about the cookies I'm gonna make later today, and how I'm gonna convince my brother to try them. So that's what I'm gonna like about teaching in person. That's gonna be like, when they get called on, it's like, no, you're here, you can't bail out.
Benji there?
He was here earlier. He was,
He's there.
Yeah.
He's like,
yeah, he did answer quick. You know what? Maybe he wants to give others a chance. Is that it?
Benji.
All right. Random selector says
Elizabeth
Diaz.
Campos.
Campos. Okay. Elizabeth Campos.
Nicole wants to know 90s. Was I looking at the later on?
Oh no, you remember?
Elizabeth, yeah, I think I just saw it.
Remember at the beginning how I was like, this equals 180.
Oh, yeah.
Is that correct? And she's like, shouldn't it be 90 correct? You don't get it, Elizabeth? Okay. Cross multiply. So let's go ahead and do this one, because you're gonna multiply this, and you're gonna multiply, this. Okay? You're gonna set them equal to each other. So let's go ahead and start off with that. So let's use red. No, let's use blue. Okay. So what's 19 times, so if you got x minus 1 and you multiply that by 19, what does that give you? Well, let me go ahead and write it over here.
Do you have to multiply 19 by -1 and x?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you'll do. So 19 and times x minus 1. So what's 19 times x? 19x. What's 19 times -1? Negative 19. So you're going to get 19x minus 19. Actually, I should have written this. 19x minus 19 equals, and then what's 6 times 13? 78. Uh, 6 times 10 is 60. Times 6 times 3 is 18. 78. So 78. Okay. So now what? You're asking if it's 5.1. Let's see. Let's add 19 to both sides. So we've got 19x and 78 plus 19. That's equal to 95. No, excuse me. No, I can't. Hang on a second. 78 plus 19 is 97. Divide both sides by 19. I want to make sure I'm doing this right because last time I made a very bad basic error math there. So 78 plus 19, 97. Okay, and then yeah, and we divided both sides by 19. 5.1. Okay. Any questions? Okay. Remember, do not jump ahead. I mean, do not rush through things. Okay. Because that's what leads to mistakes. So be patient. All right. Anybody else have any questions? You guys have that assignment on big, that PDF that I put up. Actually, is it up? I think it is. Yeah, it should be up already. Yeah. Homework, ratios, and proportions. It'll be due on Friday because you guys are not here tomorrow, so no school tomorrow. And I don't see you on Thursdays. I see you guys on. I will see you on Friday. Okay. If you guys don't have any questions, you guys are free to go. Email me if you have questions. Okay.
Have a good day, you guys.
All right.
Yep, see you Friday. Remember, no school tomorrow.
All right, bye, guys. Have a good one.